What's going on, and welcome back to another less than 5-minute gear review. And in this video we're going to be going over the 21st Tactical radio wings. Now these guys are going to run you roughly around $30 a piece, and it is a little bit on the high side, but it is very competitive to some of the other companies that are on the market that make these style of pouches. And it's for this simple fact: some of those larger companies like Cry Precision, Ronin Tactics, Faro Concepts, Spiritus Systems, and Shaw Concepts. Shaw Concepts specifically making a smaller version of this for ham radio and knives. A lot of those companies I've seen, they'll manufacture a ton of them. They'll post them up on their websites, and then sometimes the same day or within a couple of days they completely go out of stock and they sell out of everything. Where 21st Tactical, because their manufacturing shop is right down the street from their actual storefront, they have the ability to push these out and manufacture a ton of these pretty quickly as the supply and demand is there. So if you don't want the wait times and you want to be able to grab these up pretty quick, you can go to their store, or you can just give them a call and then purchase these as needed. When it comes to the construction of them, it's pretty similar to a lot of the other companies that are out there. You have your Velcro attachment point with your hook and loop Velcro, and then you have your radio pocket, and it's large enough to fit your 148 and 152 radios. And then you also have your elastic bungee system to help everything stay retained. When it comes to these pouches, though, one thing that I definitely think should be added to all of them, no matter what the company is a little bit of Velcro on the interior of this. Just take that hook Velcro, sew it into the interior, so then that way you can take larger knives like the Spartan blade, add that Velcro to it, and then that way it holds everything in place. And then when you draw that knife, that sheath stays in the pocket and it's not coming out with a nice knife. Or if you want to go with a smaller knife like this Icorn knife, you have that same capability. That Velcro holds that sheath in place, and then the knife comes out when you need it. And then something that I've seen with a couple of ham radio companies, or I shouldn't say ham radio companies, but Kydex companies that are building ham radio pouches, you can add that Velcro to those pouches, throw that into this this little radio wing, or accessory wing you could even call it, and then that way your antennas and everything are sticking up just a little bit, so then that way you get you don't have any interference with your equipment, and then it prevents you from just sliding that entire radio down to the bottom, and then it's kind of shifting around and moving around inside of that pocket. So I definitely think that is one thing that could be added to these systems, no matter who makes it or manufactures it. And then in conjunction with that, taking this Velcro section and extending it out just a little bit more, so then that way if you're running a real streamlined system like this Haley Strategic and you're not wearing body armor, or if you're running with another system from like say Spiritus Systems, Faro Concepts, or Shaw Concepts, you can take this radio pouch, Velcro it into your placard system, and then be able to run that as a more low-vis setup. So that's definitely an option that I've seen guys set their kits up. That way they can run their essential like fighting equipment up here on the actual placard, and then their radio just hangs off from the bottom. So it does give you some options, and I do think it is worth extending it just a little bit, so that way you just have a little bit better contact with that Velcro. So with that, if you have any questions, please feel free. Leave a comment. We'll answer any questions that you have and help you out in any way that we can. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.